All right, a lot of speculation on whether or not Shakur Stevenson was injured in this fight. And it appears that I have some proof, some evidence that Shakur, in fact, may have very well been injured for this Edwin De Los Santos fight. Let's talk about it. What up, YouTube? Big T.O. Heavy Bad Boxing TV. Man, if you don't get your big goof ass in here, hit the bag, hit that like button for your boy. That helps the channel. You know, I appreciate that love. Shout out my gang, my bag hitters. Y'all already know the count. He could have very well have been injured for this fight. I got some evidence. We're going to get to that. But first, listen, he already said that it was a bad performance, right? A lot of people giving him praises for some calling a masterclass performance. I can't agree with you there. I would have to agree with Shakur Stevenson in the words that's coming out of his own mouth that he felt like this was a bad performance. And I do have this audio. I want y'all to give it a listen. This is Shakur Stevenson describing his performance out of his own mouth.
Congratulations, Shakur.
There you go. Don't congratulate me on a bad performance.
Well, why do you feel it was a bad performance coming from you?
It just wasn't me, man. I had a lot going on. I ain't gonna make no excuses. It was a good fight, just a bad performance, and not my standards.
Is your hand hurt?
I ain't. It's all good. Like I said, I don't make no excuses. I own up to everything. I was supposed to put on a better performance than that.
What about your performance were you disappointed in?
I don't know. I can't tell you. I just know I'm a better fighter than what I was tonight.
Champ, what do you feel like you could have done better, Champ?
Like I said, I'm a better fighter. I can't get into details. Like I ain't got no excuses to make to y'all. Bad night. Go back to the drawing board and come back.
All right. That was Shakur Stevenson out of his own mouth telling you guys it was a bad performance. So that's the narrative I feel like everybody should be running with. I think if you're not running with that narrative that's coming out of his own mouth, then you just a nut hugger, bro, at the end of the day. Now, even if he was hurt, and I'm gonna get to the receipts here or the source here in a second. Even if he was hurt in this fight, I'm not so sure that this fight is entirely different. Again, I think we saw an incredible skill set from his opposition that night in the air with De Los Santos. Bro came and it appeared to be prepared for this fight. And like I said in my previous video, speaking to directly to the Edwin De Los Santos fans, hey, listen, your boy got to take some accountability. Santos, even though he probably didn't know he was in there with a wounded rabbit, he still should have went all out, balls to the wall. I'm coming to win this fight, bottom line. And I just don't feel like he did that. And the best way I can describe it is this. I don't believe De Los Santos came and left it all in the ring. I think it was plenty more he had to give, but he was scared, just like Shakur Stevenson, both gun shy and trying to counter, and it just made for a horrible fight, in the opinion of a lot of people, of course. And it also made for a bad performance for Shakur Stevenson. Now, according to Michael Benson, and it looks like he's referencing the boxing scene, he says this: Bob Arum has stated that Shakur Stevenson suffered a shoulder injury, among other injuries, before his win versus De Los Santos. Bob says this, quote, "We had him visiting doctors in the weeks before the fight. I think he therefore fought a very cautious fight, but it was a stinker." End of quote, right? So Bob Arum coming out saying, hey, listen, we had him visit. He was injured. He had a shoulder injury amongst other injuries. We had him visiting doctors. So he fought a cautious fight, but it ended up being a stinker. You know what I mean? A bad fight all the way around. And I think, again, that's consensus for everybody. But look, what's really intriguing for me right now was the fact that I believe this was the last fight on Shakur Stevenson's top rank contract. Given this performance, what does the future look like for Shakur Stevenson? At this point in his career, does he still feel like he need a promoter, right? Does he, do his own promotional thing, become a free agent and move around like that? Or does Top Rank even want to, offer to re-sign him and extend a further contract. That's what's interesting for me next for Shakur Stevenson. Does he take a page out of Bud's book, or what does he do next? And I don't think this performance helped at all with any kind of negotiating or whatever he may want to do next. But you guys let me know what you think is best for Shakur Stevenson moving forward, especially coming after this performance. And do you believe he was injured in this fight? I think at 90-something years old now, man, Bob, you know, he might shoot the breeze on a lot of things, but a lot of the things, I think he's keeping it all the way a buck. It doesn't make sense for him to make up the fact that Shakur Stevenson was hurt prior to this fight. It doesn't help or hurt him none at this point, because Shakur Stevenson and Top Rank ties at this point looks like they're done unless they're in the middle of negotiating something further. All right, that's all I got for y'all on this one, man. Big T.O. Heavy Bag. You know who I got with me. Talk to him, Roger.
Most motherfuckers don't know shit about boxing.